Good afternoon, students. So we can move to the next topic of third module, that is stations and yards. And these all topics are very familiar to you. That is, you have traveled in train, you've seen railway stations, you have sit on railway stations, etc. So what's meant by a railway station? So a railway station is a selected place on a railway line where trains halt for any of the purpose. And we are providing these railway stations in order to fulfill the following purposes. Okay, so we can discuss one by one. That is the objectives of a railway station or why we are providing railway station. First one, the main purpose is for exchange of passengers. Through these railway stations, passengers can move to the train, and also any of the passengers who is returning back from the train is moving to the railway stations. That is the main function. And also like this for exchange of goods also. Next, for controlling of train movements. Okay, from the stations we are controlling the movement of train, that is arrival and departure of a train is announced on a railway station, etc. Okay. Then to enable the trains on a single track to cross from opposite direction, that is for a single track sections, railway stations is the junction for which we are using crossing of the trains. Next purpose is for taking diesel or coal and water for locomotives. Okay, that is usually this is done on yards, station yards. That is for taking diesel or coal and also water for the locomotive or train. Okay. Next is for detaching engines and running staff. Yeah, that is in order to detach the engines, and also for leaving running staff. We are depending these railway stations. Okay. And for detaching or attaching of compartments and wagons. And railway station is used for sorting of bogies to form new trains. Okay, so all these workings are done on a railway station. So these are the functions of a railway station. Next topic is site selection for a railway station. That is, for selecting the site for a railway station, some of the factors we have to consider. That is, we can discuss one by one. First factor which is to be considered while selecting a site for railway station is acquisition of land. That is, sufficient land area should be acquired when we are constructing a railway station. That is, we have to accommodate additional lines, station buildings, platforms, then staff quarters, etc. in a railway station. So we have to acquire that much of land before constructing a railway station. Okay, also in the form of economy, that is, by considering economic condition, we have to acquire so much of land, that is on year by year, that is the land value is increasing, as years is passing. So we have to acquire that much amount of land which is required, and also we have to look through the future development of the railway station. Okay, that is, every year there will be development for the railway station. We have to add some tracks to the railway station, or we have to add some more buildings for passengers, etc. Okay, so considering these all factors, we have to acquire that much of land before constructing a railway station. That is, after some year the land value will increase. Okay, so we have to acquire that much of land before constructing a railway station. That is first point, acquisition of land. Next is proximity to town or village. That is, the station site should be close to the town or village, so that the passengers can transport easily to the railway station. Also the passengers and goods can be easily transported from the railway station. So it should be very near to the town or village. Like that we have to select the site for a railway station. Okay. Next is nature of land area. That is, the land area that which we are choosing for constructing a railway station should be a level ground. Okay, that is if it is a level ground, it will be very safe. Okay, we are preferring a level ground for convenience and safety. That is, for example, if the ground is not level, due to the high velocity of wind, the vehicle which is not in a motion, that is, the vehicle which is stopped on a yard, will move due to this wind velocity, that is due to center of gravity. Okay, so the railway station site, the site which is selected for constructing the railway station should be level. because so much vehicles, so much goods are parking in this railway station in yards. Okay, so even though it is in parking condition, if the wind is very high, it will be moving to the direction of wind due to its high weight. Okay, so the ground should be level. Next factor is approach roads to station site. That is, it is very essential in order to provide an approach road, and this approach road is connecting a town or village to the station site. Okay, so there should be maximum transport facility from the railway station. For that, there should be an approach road which is connecting to the nearest village or town. That is the next factor for selecting a railway station site. Then fifth one is station site alignment. That is, the station site should never be located on curves. Also, it should not be near to a curve. Okay, that is the station site alignment. That is, it should not be a curve, and preferably it should not be near a curve. That's one of the important factor while considering the alignment of the ground. Okay, that is, if the track is not in proper level of the, or the alignment is not in a level, it is very difficult to sight out, or it is very difficult to provide signals. Okay, so for that, the alignment should be such that it should not be a curve. Next factor is side drainage. Okay, side drainage. Side drainage means the site should have quick drainage facilities. The water should not be locked there. So for that, minimum gradient of 1 in 1000 is recommended in station yards in order to have a good drainage. Okay. Next is station amenities. That means there should be some important basic amenities, basic requirements for a railway station site. That is, amenities like water supply, coal, diesel, electricity, etc. should be provided at the station site. And also, a good supply of drinking water should also be there. Okay, that is under station amenities. These amenities should be there. The next factor for selecting railway station site is type of station and yard. That is, a station may be either a terminal type or a through type, etc. That is, based on the type of railway station, we have to acquire the land. Okay, and the shape of the plot to be acquired for station site will depend upon the location of station building, yards, and other facilities. Okay, based on that, we are based on the type of station or yard, we are acquiring the land. Okay, and the last factor for selecting the railway station site is role of authorities. That is, before fixing our final site, okay, before the final selection of the site is made, we have to consult a civil or military authorities. Okay, before we are fixing our land for a railway station site, we have to consult civil and military authorities. That is very important. This is necessary to execute the development scheme. Okay, and also for justification of railway project. That is, by their sanction only we can execute that project. Okay, so in order before selecting our site, we have to consult authorities like civil and military authorities. So these are the important factors before selecting railway station site. That is, acquisition of land, proximity to town or village, nature of land area, approach roads to station site, then station site alignment, then site drainage, station amenities, type of station and yards, then a role of authorities. Okay. And next topic is requirements of a railway station. That is, a railway station should be satisfy some of the basic requirements. That is, public requirement. That is, it should satisfy the requirements of a public, and also it should satisfy the requirements of traffic staff and police, and also requirement of train, that is train requirement. Then requirement of locomotive should be satisfied. Then requirements for development of railways. So all these are the requirements of a railway station. So we can discuss one by one. First one, public requirement. That is, the railway station should provide all the facilities which is required by a public, and the requirements for a public like us public like us are, what are our basic requirements in a railway station? There should be a booking office for ticket. Okay, and also there should be goods and passenger platform should be there, and we have to there should be a plenty of drinking water, supply of drinking water should be there, and also there should be a good light and ventilation, and the public also require waiting rooms and retiring rooms. Okay, and public requires sanitary arrangements and bathrooms, refrigerators for cold drinking water, city map and guide map in order to guide the route for transportation. Then display boards should be there, then like other facilities like public telephone, refreshment rooms, enquiry office, etc. So these are the basic requirements of a public, and other requirements will be also there, but it is not basic, and this should be there. So the railway stations should satisfy these requirements of a public. Okay, that is public requirement. Next is next is traffic staff and police requirement. That is, a station should provide adequate facilities for traffic staff and police as per the requirements to enable them to perform their duties in a best way. Okay, so in order to do their duties of this traffic staff and police, there should be some basic requirements. Proper arrangements such as staff room, proper arrangement like the staff room, then retiring rooms should be there, then quarters for railway staff should be there. Okay, and the railway staff can include a station master should be there, a ticket collector, then night operator, engine drivers. These are the railway staff, basic railway staff required on a railway station. And there should be police, and to provide adequate facilities for staff and police, like there should be staff room, retiring room, quarters for railway staff. Okay, so these are the traffic and police requirement, traffic staff and police requirements in a railway station. Next is the various facilities for control of movement and handling of trains, and this include, that is, the requirements for a train include arrangements for controlling the movements of a train by means of signals. Okay, there should be proper signal in order to control the movement of trains, and also arrangements for movement and recording of trains. That arrangement should be there in order to record the movement of the train. And there should be sufficient number of sidings. So there should be sufficient number of sidings in order to receive, sort, storing and departing of trains. Okay, and also sufficient number of sidings and platforms for handling goods. Okay, goods traffic should be provided. So these are the requirements for train. That is, there should be arrangements for controlling the trains by means of signals, and also there should be arrangement for controlling there should be arrangement for movement and recording of trains, and also there should be some sufficient number of sidings for receiving, sorting and all other purposes. Okay, so these are the basic requirements of a train which is provided on a railway station. And next is the requirements of locomotive. That is, the some facilities which is required by the locomotive department. That means the requirements are like this. That is, proper arrangement for waters, for the supply of fuel, water, etc. That is, the locomotive should have proper supply of fuel, water, etc. when required. That is a important thing based on the requirement of a locomotive. Then also there should be arrangement for cleaning, examining, inspecting and maintaining the locomotive. So these are the requirements of a locomotive which is to be provided on a station. Next is the requirements for development of railways. Okay, that is, some additional facilities are required to be provided at stations for proper development of the railways. That is, these are the additional requirements, not not very much important. That is not basic requirement. These are the additional requirements which is provided on a station for development of the railways, for proper development of railways. And the requirements are easy and comfortable approach roads to the station from nearest village. Okay, there should be easy and comfortable approach road to stations without causing congestion in traffic. That should be available. Okay, then also installation of clocks for correct time. There should be a clock, and these are not the basic requirements. So that is, there will be mobile and watches for each of the passengers, etc. So these are not the basic requirements. These are the additional requirements we are providing in order to have development for the railway. Okay, that is installation of clocks for correct time, then gauge map for city, then separate boards for arrival and departure of trains with platform numbers, etc. So these are some of the arrangements or requirements for development of the railways. Next is availability of coolies on the platforms at stations, and also facilities like cinemas, then escalators, big waiting halls, then underground passage leading to important places of the city, and restaurants, etc. So these are the additional requirements which is providing on the railway station. Okay, so these are the requirements for development of railways. So we have discussed the basic need of railway station and the factors which is considered while selecting site for a railway station, and the basic requirements of a railway station. Okay, so I will put the classification of railway station in the next video. Thank you.